Good afternoon, everybody. You're joining me back here at Sparkipedia. It's been a couple of months now since I last put a video up. I've been a bit remiss. It's been quite a busy summer. Before you is the final piece for the co-design VHDL module. We 3D printed the case using the University's 3D printer. I'll spin it around for you. There you go, looks pretty good. Lighting's not great, but at the side here there is a switch, you might be able to see that. And also down here at the bottom there's a little hole which is designed for the SPI cables. There we go. Right, so yeah, if you remember, this project was basically aimed at building a controller for a robotic Emu-Arm. And this, we kind of had a workaround, because originally we were meant to be using the Altera DEO sort of board. And we wanted to be a bit more interesting, and so we went for a PIC controller, which is inside here. It's the whole PCB inside here. Who also controlled the Altera board via an SPI connection, which then in turn controlled the robotic arm. So to make the project a bit more interesting. Obviously I haven't got the Altera board here to show you, so I can only show you this side of the project. But without further ado, I'll flip it on. There we go. Now, as you will see, every single screen throughout, the bottom right hand corner has this menu selection option, and you can cycle through using the analog joysticks that I've featured in some of my previous videos. You click the joystick to enter the mode, and then you can this is the manual mode, so you can go forward, left, right, down, and again forward and left. Obviously the robot arm itself has several motors, and these all control individual motors, and they give you basically a way of moving the whole thing forward in one go. And in the center here we have the the PTM switch for the claw, as you can see. And then you click the button here to cycle to the next mode, which is the record mode. Wait for it. Right, this is exactly the same as the previous mode, the difference being here you can select a start record and a finish record. The idea being that you can move the robot arm in a series of movements, record the mode, come back to this, and there's a replay mode next that I'll show you, and you can replay the same motions. So for example, if the robot arm was picking up a pencil or something, you put the pencil back in the position that was at the beginning, it would be able to pick it up again on its own. So it's a very simple way of automation, basically. So if we go to the replay mode, I'll get ready for this one. It's a very silly tune. Basically we can't show a demonstration of this at the current time, so I haven't got the robot arm and I haven't got the Altera board. And to be honest, at the time when we made this we had a slight problem with the communication between the two, so we just sort of threw in this very quick silly little tune. This would be the menu interface on which to replay the series of motions. We did actually get this working properly on the Altera board on its own, and we just had a problem with the interface between this control unit and the other control unit. So yeah, so I'll flip through. Obviously there's a buzzer inside here to register each of the button clicks and also that tune. And finally we've got the settings mode. Now James did very well with this. Basically he uses pulse width modulation to change the contrast of the screen. So I use the left hand joystick to cycle up and down between the contrast and the backlight, and by clicking a particular link, like so, and then I can change it from low to medium to high contrast rates, so you should be able to see the changes there on the screen. I can click out of that, and then I can go down to the backlight. Same deal here. There we go. Now you probably can't see this very well. My camera is not fantastic, and the light level in this room isn't brilliant, but there's definitely a change in the backlight level there. So that was obviously working. The backlight on this screen, to be honest, wasn't the best. It was a fairly sort of cheap eBay purchase, but we thought it's much better than using the sort of smaller university provided LCD screens, which are sort of like that big in relation. Right, yes, so let's go back to the main menu one second. That's the main mode. And that's pretty much the whole thing. We now know the results for this project. For this piece, for the report and everything throughout the group, got to 81%, which is really, really good. So we're all pretty chuffed with that. Over the next few months I will the next couple of years, I will endeavour to put on a lot more projects at university. I'm just about to start my final year at university, which is a master's in obviously electronic engineering. I know some of the modules. There's actually a module just like this one. I think it's called Co-Design VHDL again, or something very similar. There's also a group project, which will be good because I get to mix with not only electronic engineers, but across the board, so mechanical engineers and all the rest of it, so that should be fun. There's my final year projects, Part A and Part B, which is going really well so far. There's a DSP module, and there's various others as well, so that should be a good year. But yeah, so thank you for watching Sparkipedia, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.